Hello, welcome to Tekla Structural Designer course. Okay, in this part 7 of module 1, we are going to be dealing with settings. Okay, so if you want to access this setting, all you need to do is to go to your home tab and click on settings. Okay, now what I should let you know that this settings, okay, is referred to as global settings. Okay, this setting covers every other settings in Tekla Structural Designer. Okay, it encompasses analysis settings, design settings, drawing settings, report settings, okay, all every other settings in Tekla Structural Designer. We have what we call local settings, okay. So if you go to each of the tabs, you will see in the analysis tab, you will see analysis setting. In the design tab, you will see design setting. In the foundation tab, you will see foundation setting, report, drawing, okay. You will see the individual settings, okay. But this is called the global settings. Now, this global setting, okay, is done before you create a new drawing, okay. So any setting you've done here, okay, once you create a new drawing, that new drawing will take up those settings, okay. But if you want to adjust those settings, okay, in the new drawing, you will now have to go to the individual tabs to make the settings, okay. So to start with, the first and the most important setting in the Tekla Structural Designer is the setting set. Okay, it defines the setting that controls every other setting. Okay, currently we are using UK settings. You can set to use Singapore, India, okay, and other settings, Europe and other settings. If you want to add more settings, that is very easy. You can add a copy, sorry. You can import, okay. There are different countries here: USA, okay, you have Finland, Malaysia, Spain, okay, United Arab Emirates. Okay, let me say I want to import the USA settings. I can just click and import. So once I click here, you can see USA settings is listed here. So if let's peradventure I want to use this USA settings, all I need to do, okay, is to make it active. And once I make it active, it will be applied to all these settings that are present here, okay. But in this case, I want to still go with my UK settings, okay. So you can rename any settings, okay, and you can remove any setting you want to remove. All right, now after doing the settings set, okay, you can adjust other settings here like language, appearance, to recovery settings, and how your drawings backups should be done, okay. Confirmations, okay, when you are deleting, if you require confirmations for what, okay, for what and what, okay, and others, okay. So the reports, okay, there are settings for reports. We'll do that when we get to the report tab, okay. There are settings. This is the next important setting. This is the unit settings, okay. We are using the metric system, so we set our units to metric, okay. So the design code is another important one, okay. So under the UK settings, you can, okay, choose other settings that are under the UK settings, okay. Like now you have South Africa BS, Singapore BS, Malaysia BS, Ireland BS. You can choose any one you want to use. I'm going to for United Kingdom BS, okay. So under this you can see different settings for actions, okay, general loadings, win loadings, no loadings, and resistant codes: steel BS 5950, concrete BS 8110, composite, okay, and others, foundation design and others, okay. Now the remaining settings, we are not going to touch them. We will undo them when we get to their respective tabs, like design settings, okay. We'll undo them when we get to the design tab. Analysis settings, we undo it when we get to the analysis tab, okay. Loading settings, okay, we can also undo them when we get to the respective tabs, okay. So I would like to touch on this section defaults, okay. For concrete beam, okay, my section default is 225 by 450. I can change that if I want to. I can alter the default here, okay. My concrete columns is 225 by 225. If I want to alter it, I can change it here, okay. So once I want to create any column, this is the size I'll be giving, okay. Though I can still alter it, but okay, to make my life easier, okay, if I'm getting what I want anytime I click on concrete column or steel beam to create them, okay. The same thing with section order. This is mainly for steel, Okay, I can define for steel beams and steel columns and other members. Okay, so the drawing settings, we will handle them when we get to the drawing tabs. Okay, and other settings. Okay, and other settings here, this scene settings controls, okay, the graphics of our designs. Okay, we'll touch that in an advanced course. Okay, after we finish our modeling, we'll take an advanced topic where we'll cover the scene, these graphics of the software, background settings and colors of members and the rest. So for now, the most important settings here in this global setting is the setting set, the units and the design code. Every other settings, we can do them in the respective tabs. So with that, we've come to the end of our settings lecture. Okay, see you in the next part. Thank you.